you looking for a sense of community, top-rated schools, parks, walking trails, strip views? Well, I want to introduce you to one of the most unsung master plan communities in Henderson. Welcome to Seven Hills. Thank you for being here for another episode of Jenna Monte's Seven Hills series. This is episode 5. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And yeah, we can be friends. Until then, let's get into the video. I'm Jenna Monte, and I'm here to help buyers and sellers all over Henderson and the Las Vegas area, especially Seven Hills. If you're deciding between condo living, a low maintenance single story, or a more traditional luxury home, this episode is for you and will help you narrow it down. Now, I do want to give you a data disclaimer, okay? I pulled this information like a couple days ago, so anything can change. So don't beat me up if things have changed, because obviously real estate changes every minute. Okay, glad we got that taken care of. First up, Horizon Condos at Seven Hills. This is a lock and leave option inside the Seven Hills area. Great for first purchase or a second home, or someone who wants Seven Hills vibes without that price tag, okay? What is active right now in the current snapshot, there's only 3, and they're all 660 square feet, and the price range is from $224,000 all the way up to $250,000. You guys want to see what a 660 square foot condo looks like? Look at this. So I want to show you what a typical one-bedroom condo looks like. And when I say typical, I mean more so in the lines of just layout. Because this one, I can tell that the owner has put a little bit more love into it, probably than some of the, well, I already know than some of the other units. So come take a look. So the one bedroom units are around 660 square feet. So as you walk into the door, you have your living space, your balcony, and typically in your little closets is where you have your water heater, fireplace, and this one actually happens to be located on the second level. So this little elevated, this elevated elevation in the wall is just because it's on the second level. You have your pantry, or whatever you would like to use it for. One side, and then, like I said, whatever you want to use it for. This could be your coat closet. This would be your dining area, your kitchen, which has your washer and dryer, closet, and then your bedroom. Little vaulted ceiling action again. Walk-in closet. Into the restroom area. Oh. Yeah, this is your typical one-bedroom condo unit here. And yes, some of the units actually have their own garage. Next up is Meridiana. Now this one is a great conversation for buyers who want a residential property and all single story neighborhood. That's right, we have those here. Now I will say I absolutely love this community. It's absolutely beautiful and stunning when you go in there. But there are no active listings. So we're just talking about what has sold because this is what's happening. There are only 5 recent sold homes in this community, and those prices are ranging from $560,000 all the way up to $965,000. Now, here's some examples so you can kind of give it an idea. The one that sold for 560 was about 2,300 square feet. There are multiple sales around 630,000 up to 740,000. Most of those square footages are in the low 2,100 square foot range. Now that sale that sold for 965, it was huge at 3,812 square feet. Well, not huge, but huge for that neighborhood because that one was special because there are no natural homes in that community at that square footage. That one had a 2-bedroom casita added onto it, and it backed up to the golf course, which that one is really nice. A little outdated, so it gives you a little insight on pricing, but it was really nice, all in all. So if you're looking in Meridiana, you really need to pay attention to, the upgrades, like the location, like where it lays in that community, because that will definitely determine the pricing on those homes in that neighborhood. Next up, we have Majestic Hills. Majestic Hills is one of those pockets of Seven Hills home that I actually really like. I like this community because it is a mix of single-story and 2-story homes, and they're both separated. So what I mean by that is all the single stories are on one side of the community and all the 2 stories are on another side. So like I said before, like if you're in a single story community, like like it's nice not to have someone like peeking over into your backyard as easily as they would be able to with its a 2-story. So we like that about Majestic Hills. So in this market snapshot, there are 6 active listings ranging from $635,000 all the way up to $1.25 million. And the active price per square foot range is roughly around $250 a square foot, all the way up to $395, which is a big spread. And it usually comes down to upgrades, lot layout, whether there's a pool or whatnot. And some of these homes have great strip views, like great, and the lots are actually really big. So under contract right now, there are homes listed or under contract from $750 all the way up to $900. Those are typically just, I would say, your typical standard home, not really any upgrades or whatnot, but what has sold, 658. So the ones in the 600s are definitely on that single story side of the neighborhood because they're just smaller in homes, and they're not small. I mean, small in square footage, right? You're looking at around 2,200 up to like 2,500 square feet. Now, on this 2-story side of the community, we have sales all the way up to $1,050,000. So if you're selling in Majestic Hills, the sold show buyers are closing, but you've got to price to the market and the condition, not just the highest active list price. If Majestic Hills feels like a wide range, then Palazzo Monte is the one community that more consistently with luxury. Now let's look at the pricing. Right now, there's only one active listing at $1.2 million, and it's around 4,000 square feet, which puts it around $297 per square feet. Now let's talk solds, because solds are the receipts. In this snapshot, I'm seeing 5 sold homes with sold prices ranging from about $725,000 all the way up to $1.2. A few examples from the sold set is there was a 1-story listed at $769,000 that sold for $725,000, and it was about 3,000 square feet. There was a 1-story sale listed around $825,000 and sold at $800,000, and a 2-story listed at $1.26 and sold for $1.23, and that was 4,300 square feet. Overall, the sold price per square foot range in this set runs roughly from the low 240s up to $413 a square foot. My takeaway is Palazzo Monte is a great fit if you want that gated Seven Hills feel, and I'm telling you, you will feel it, but you're shopping in a higher price bracket and you care about a layout, and upgrades, because the sold range shows buyers will pay for the right home, but they're still negotiating based on condition and value. Okay, now that you've seen all 4 communities side by side, here's how I'd compare them quickly. Quick comparison. Horizons, Seven Hills condos, entry point, you're looking at around mid 200s. Okay? Meridiana, mostly single story feel, sold from the mids 500s to the mid 900s. Like I said, that neighborhood's a little tricky. Majestic Hills, we have a wide active range from the mid 600s all the way up to 1.25, with buyers committing usually around $750,000 to $900,000. Palazzo Monte, higher end, gated, sold 700s to 1.3. If you want my Seven Hills gated community comparison sheet, message me the word Seven Hills and tell me condos versus single family, your price range, and whether a pool is a must-have, because that makes a difference in pricing. And I will send you the best matches, including what's active right now and what's realistically closing. If you're following the Seven Hills series, please remember to subscribe, because I'm breaking down these neighborhoods one by one so you can choose like a local. I'll see you in the next episode, guys. Part 2, because there's just way too many gated communities out here. Till next time, peace.